From Appleton, Wisconsin, this is APTV.
Welcome to APTV episode 484 for Thursday, March 30th, 2023.
This week we have Banter, news, updates, my ink of the week, a pouch for pens, a Penlux golden crystal, a new TWSBI, colorful safaris, a contest winner, a new contest, and absolutely nothing that is coming soon.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Brian.
What is a dyslexic zombie's favorite food?
What is a dyslexic zombie's favorite food? I don't know. You have to tell me.
Brian's.
Yeah, that makes sense. It actually makes sense. Let's see, do I have one for you? I do, actually. What is a Viking's favorite car?
This is not the same.
Gotcha.
It's not the same. Viking's favorite car. I don't know.
A Fjord Explorer.
Oh.
Brian.
Yes.
Have you seen this week's location bumper?
Have I seen it?
Have you not seen
I might have heard about it.
Okay.
I have not seen it, though.
This week's location bumper is Lawrence University's Memorial Chapel. I know you have fond memories of Memorial Chapel.
Fond memories of Memorial Chapel.
Why do you have fond memories of Memorial Chapel? Is it embarrassing?
It's not embarrassing. This is many years ago. I saw Chick Corea, the Chick Corea band.
That's a band.
It's a band, yeah.
Oh.
The Chick Corea. You don't know what Chick Corea is?
No. Apparently they
I'm
go.
sorry. It was fun working with you. But
They go from town to town playing in chapels.
yes, I saw.
Would
Chick
you
Corea
like the
there.
history of
I'd
the chapel?
love to hear the history of the chapel.
Guess what year it was built?
1916.
1918.
Oh,
After a decade of false start fundraising, apparently
false start.
they tried to get
Did
fundraising
they, like,
off
start
the ground, and then stopped and started and stopped it. Yeah,
How many
I've
years
had
did
a car
that?
like
How many
that.
years? Yeah.
10 years. Until an Appletonian donated $60,000 to the project on the condition that the people of Appleton, not the university, raise an additional $60,000.
Do we know who this gentleman is?
No, anonymous.
Anonymous
Appletonian.
Appletonian. Gentleman could be a woman, too.
Anonymous Appletonian could be a woman, yes. That started the Whirlwind campaign, which was community-wide fundraising, culminated in a parade right down College Avenue, including every member of the Lawrence University body, the Lawrence Band, and the local YMCA band.
YMCA band. Do you think they still have a YMCA band?
Don't think so.
I don't think so. That'd be interesting. I wonder. Yeah. Should look that up.
So the building's here. So obviously they raised the money. When all was said and done, they raised not only the $60,000, but an additional $10,000, which paid for the building's first organ. They have two organs. I was there last Saturday.
You were.
Which is why I said
You didn't call me.
I didn't call you.
That's strike two against you.
Saturday, it was the Lawrence University Women's Choirs. Plural. They have 8 choirs.
8.
For all age groups, and
How
one
big
for
are these?
the
Are these like really big groups? 10, 20, 30, 50? How many
10
people?
to 30 in each, I would say. So the last, they were all on stage on the final, for the final 2 songs, and there was quite a few. The graduated students have their own, and Steph.
There you go again with the graduated students. Is that what they call them? They didn't call them alumni?
No, otherwise.
They called them graduated?
See,
Were they different heights?
Yes, they were graduated students. Did you hear me say Steph was on stage?
Steph was on stage.
Steph is in that group,
Fantastic.
and that is why I went, and she did a great job.
Okay.
She did a great job.
I bet she did.
And
I bet she has a beautiful
has
singing
fun.
voice.
She does have a beautiful singing voice. Today, March 30th.
It's like we've done this before.
You know what March 30th is.
March 30th, yes, I do. I know this for a fact.
Which is it?
It's National Pencil Day.
Very good.
I'm excited.
When was the patent given to Mr. H. Lippmann for putting an eraser on the end of a pencil?
Very early. I don't know when.
1858.
1858.
On this day in 1858.
This is the same year Esterbrook was founded.
Really?
In the United States.
If it was anybody else, I'd say you're joking, but you're Brian Anderson. Before that, pencils just existed separately.
That's weird.
Only
right?
separately.
Can you imagine the guy's like, boy, if only this were right here.
I know. Why did it take us so long? It's like, I don't know. How are you going to celebrate?
How am I going to celebrate? I'm going to sell off a bunch of pencils from my collection. Yeah.
That mailer went out this morning. It was the vintage mailer that went out today because it is National Pencil Day and had a lot of mechanical pencils. There's a small one. It looks like it'd be. It's called Japanese.
It's a little Japanese pencil. It's cute as a
I would think
dickens.
for golfers, maybe.
Maybe. It's got a little area for you to put a ring in it. But yeah, I mean, the lead, we looked at the lead, and the lead is maybe an inch long. Yeah, it's nothing.
Tomorrow, Friday, is National Crayon Day.
Okay.
If you don't like pencils, perhaps you like them both.
Yeah, we won't be having a vintage crayon day, that's for sure.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Maybe next
next year. According to the Smithsonian Institute, Crayola crayons this is just Crayola crayons, were invented in 1903. The company that invented them used paraffin wax and non-toxic pigments to produce a coloring stick that was safe, sturdy, and affordable. I think I'm going to go buy some crayons.
Were there crayons before Crayola?
Yes.
Or did Crayola invent the crayon?
No, there were crayons for years and years. Okay. Long time.
Different colors?
That I don't know. But they were chalk pencils. So I think they did the wax. And
is crayon defined by colors as opposed to just being black?
I'll have to get back to you on that. But no, I think
I'm just trying to distinguish.
Crayons.
Why would the Smithsonian focus on Crayola?
Because it's an American company. It was Pennsylvania and been around a long time. And when I think of crayons, I do think of Crayola.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So, but crayons existed before Crayola.
Okay.
But when I go buy some, I'm going to buy Crayola because I like the smell.
You like the smell?
I like the smell.
And the taste?
I haven't tasted them. You? They come in chocolate?
They did. I'm all over that. Maybe they do. Maybe there's a chocolate flavor.
I have turned the page to news.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Turn the page to news, and it must have something to do with this beautiful pen case that I'm holding here. You have one.
I have a nice 6.
What's this?
That is the 12 envelope.
12. Who makes this?
Girologio.
And why are we talking about
We're talking about this because there is a Girologio price increase coming up on April 1st.
Say it isn't so. Is that a real price increase?
It is a real price increase.
It's April 1st.
I wish people would never do anything on April 1st. But effective Saturday, April 1st, average increase will be approximately 12% across the board.
So some are maybe 10 and some are maybe 14, an average of 12%.
Yeah.
So buy now is what we're saying.
Yeah.
If you want to
save 12%, now you can buy it.
Yeah, that's a good way of, save 12%, buy now.
That's like tax and everything else.
Just like tax and everything else.
Everything else. It's like buying a coffee. You could get a coffee and you're taxed for free, essentially.
Do they charge tax for coffee here?
Well, yeah, I think so. Do they? I don't
know.
I just pay. I'm usually never awake until they give it to me. So,
Moving right along. You have some big news from Esterbrook regarding the phenomenally
popular
botanical gardens.
It has been extremely popular.
It's been very popular.
The pen has been more so than probably almost any other release,
which is interesting to me because it's very pretty.
Yes.
But not the one that most has appealed to me in all of the ones that they've released.
I would have to go back to the only other one that I think has been comparable is maybe the sea glass.
I was thinking sea glass.
Was stupidly
that one
popular.
I had to have.
Yeah. Did you get one?
I don't have a botanical gardens. I got the sea glass from you.
Did you get a sea glass?
Yeah.
I thought you got an aqua.
Oh, I got that too.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Anyway, botanical gardens are very popular.
Don't limit me.
Of course you can. So
that's the news?
No, the news. The news is the Techo nib, which has been beyond popular, and the demand has far outstripped supply. In fact, even though we ordered some, we actually were not sent any. And nobody was sent any Techo nibs.
So we're not talking about anything Hobonichi here.
We're not talking anything in Hobonichi. This is a nib. This is a new nib by Tokyo Station, by CY Tokyo Station. And it is designed
to... It's called a Techo.
It's called a Techo. It's designed to write like a Naginata Togi or a zoom nib where the angle of the nib determines the width, the line width of your
Then
line.
I can understand why that's popular.
So it's been very popular. Initially, we were supposed to get them, and then initially they said, well, it's going to be a few weeks, and then now it's kind of ballooned out into a 2 to 4 month time frame. So we're taking all Techo nibs
As a special order.
As special order now, yeah. Because we just don't know when we're actually going to be able to have enough nibs to be able to keep them in stock.
If ever.
So,
but if you order now, we keep them in.
We'll keep them in order.
We fulfill them as in the order we receive.
So if you want one, my advice is to
get in line.
Get in line. Yeah. Everybody who's ordered one, we've contacted. There may be some coming next month, but those are already allocated. And then everything else will be.
It's a waiting game.
It's a waiting game, yeah.
But probably worth the wait because that's interesting.
I think so. And everybody, everybody that I've contacted has been like, it's the way it has to be, and it's going to be very popular.
Yeah, I mean that's disappointing.
Yes,
but
I was hoping we would actually, because we did order a bunch. What I thought would have probably covered us, and we got none. We got none.
That happens.
So
it happens.
It happens.
So, but we're still selling them. Just be aware that they are special order.
Yep.
2 to 4 months, probably 4, because we have no idea.
We have no idea. I would rather say 4 months and have them come in 2 than say 2
and
have them come
that's
in 4.
direct from Kenro Esterbrook.
Yes.
They have no idea.
Yeah, they really
at this
don't
point
know.
they can say.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
but still
that's kind
popular?
of the update. Yeah, but the pen is beautiful. We're getting them in literally almost every other day.
The pens, not the Techo nibs.
Yes, not the Techo nibs. Yeah,
but the other nibs are available.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Extra fine, all the fine flex, the extra fine flex, both colors, so palladium and the gold. Journalers and scribes, needle points are available.
Oh, cool.
For the most part, most of those are available immediately.
That journaler nib, I really like.
Journaler nib is very popular. That's now is in the long run, it's been the most popular nib. And there have been short waits on those. They're definitely not 4-month waits, but we have a couple. So depending on which color you order, we have them ready to go.
The flex too also is very interesting.
Yes, and we have lots of those. So
okay, good.
Those are, anybody wants a flex nib, you can have it. It'll go out the door.
You have a black pen over there that
I do.
Says consignment.
It's consignment. This is actually a Visconti. I'll tell you that this time around, it's a Visconti Homo sapiens dark age.
Dark age. So the whole thing is stealthy.
It's blacked out. It's black clip, black nib. This one has the 18 karat gold nib with the dark ruthenium coated trim on it. A fine nib. It's a fine nib. Yep. This actually, we got this in consignment. This pen actually was bought here. And I had just received this back from the U.S. distributor who has checked it out. It is ready to go. It is
Coles of London.
Coles of London, yep. It is as new. I mean, there's not
box papers,
everything. The whole ball of wax.
So we're trying to sell this on.
We'll give APTV listeners, viewers, first crack at it before we put it up on the website. But
so then, how much is it?
Well, normally these are about $800.
Yes.
This is $550.
$550. That's been checked out by Coles of London, factory reset, box and papers.
Box and papers, yep. Yeah, it's
so call the store if you're interested in that.
Power filler.
We haven't put it at the website yet.
No.
We're going to try to do it here. Okay.
Yeah, every once in a while, we'll put something on APTV and it sells right away, and it saves us a little hassle. Yeah. Trying to get it photographed or what have you. But power filler, hook, safe lock, fine nib.
Nice weight to it, too.
Yeah. I like mine. I like my fine nib on my Homo sapiens, but very nice. So that's new consignment. That's
fantastic. Fantastic. Shall we go from there to Hawaii?
I think we should go to Hawaii. Well, would that be nice after all the snow we got last week? Holy cow!
They said 6 inches.
There was no way that was
at least a foot. At least a foot.
At least a foot.
In like 7 hours.
Yes.
It was, and then beautiful blue skies.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hawaii. This is Sailor 50 U.S. States, Hawaii, that I don't know whether to call a light blue with purple undertones or a light purple with blue undertones.
And these are different colors here?
No, this is the same ink.
It's the same. It is
the same ink.
It is not.
This is from my hand, so most of the red sticks to your hand.
Yeah, but there's blue there.
Yeah, there's blue
here
and
pink. Yeah, but this is more purple.
These are the same inks. Yeah, guaranteed same inks. So if you want that color, write with your hand. If you want
the finger? That's like a Crayola, a crayon.
It's very soothing, isn't it?
It's nice. It's
like
a nice
you're
color.
on a beach in Hawaii.
It's just close to not being legible.
But it's legible.
But it's legible. I think if you were using extra fine nib or something, it might be difficult. But
it is
it's
soothing.
a pretty color.
It is soothing, and it does have some pink shading. You can see that there.
It's calming.
Calming and soothing.
I think we need that.
I think we should just go to Hawaii. Here's a bottle for you. Comes in the 20 milliliter ice cube bottle or the 3 milliliter sample. It was very, unsurprisingly, very well behaved, good flow, no feathering, no show through.
Good.
Beautiful ink.
Good cleanup.
It was a 4. Which 0 being extremely easy. Just
Have we had a 0?
We've not had a 0.
We've had a 1.
You do have to hold your hand under water at least, so that's a 1.
I wonder if there's a 0.
This was only a 4 because the red stuck to my hand.
Yeah.
The red always does for some reason. And I will draw everyone's attention to the pen in your pocket. I don't know what it is yet.
What do you call a man that irons clothes? Iron Man.
Brian.
Yes.
This just in.
It is just in.
First thing on my list are the endless 3-pen pen pouches, which you have right there.
Right here.
These are going to be available in not only the 3-pen pen pouch, but the 2-pen pen pouch.
Here we go again.
And the 5-pen pen pouch.
The 5-pen pen.
But 5-pen pen pouch. But we only got the 3 for now.
Yeah, well, actually, the funny thing was we were notified that there was a delay in receiving all of the endless companion pouches. And then all of a sudden the 3 showed up.
The 3 showed up.
So we got them. And I kind of like this one a lot.
This is the one they sent. You've played with this one before.
Yeah, we had a sample of this before. It's a nice size. I like how trim it is. And actually,
you got 4 pens in there.
We got 4 pens in here because there's a middle slot for cartridges here, which is not adjustable, whereas these 3 are.
But you put some pen in there.
I had it wasn't a super thin, but it was a thinner roller ball. That I just tucked in there, and it fit just perfectly, and it still closed quite nicely.
And you put a notebook in.
And we had a Mariamon Namasanin A7 that we just kind of tucked in here.
That's handy.
Yeah, it was really kind of nice. So I mean, you really could fit 4. If you have a really thin pen, you could fit a thin pen in here. Of course, it's got to be a little bit shorter too.
A shorter pen,
but it is possible. But these slots on the side here, these are actually adjustable, so you can pull this and tighten it up if you have something.
Or pull them and loosen them.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm. You got a little bit.
Most
of room.
excellent.
But
feels nice too.
It's nice. It's kind of an interesting color. It's kind of a rusty brown or something.
And that is the only color.
It's the only color it comes in. Yep. But it's got a nice big zipper on it.
And it comes in that box.
In a lovely box. And people are calling now. If you call now, you get this box free.
Free.
No, it's a lovely box. The nice packaging.
Nice box. Oh, yeah, this is where you put your pencils.
You can put your pencils in there. You can put your pen receipts in there.
You just put this in the drawers in your desk, and it's a little drawer organizer.
They do a nice job. Endless does a really, really, really great job.
Yeah, I like those. So we got some. They're available today. I'm not sure they're available by the time you see this, but we're getting more.
We'll get more, yeah.
And we're going to get the 2-pen eventually and the 5-pen.
And it will, just be a regular stocking item.
Good. Like that. And you have a new pen over here, which is the Penlux Masterpiece Grande.
Oh, this one here, yeah.
Golden Crystal.
Yeah, this is nice.
Beautiful.
This is a really, really...
they're doing a very good job on all their designs.
They're getting better every time. Which is
hard because they're always so good already.
The first ones were really good, and I forget what we counted before, like 11 different models that we have maybe. But every new color that comes out, I think it's not, I wouldn't say it's better than the last one, but they're all...
This is stunning and they're good hitting. Value too.
Yeah.
Piston filler,
yep. And this one is semi-translucent, so you can actually see the piston.
I suppose you could see the ink then, too.
I suppose you could see the ink, yeah, if you got a dark ink or something in there.
And I like this size. This is the Grande. There's a Delgado.
Which is thinner, yeah.
And you would post that pen?
You could, yeah. And that's the nice thing is you can. I like pens that you can post.
But you like to post
sometimes I think when companies say, oh, well, the pen is not designed to be posted, it's almost like they're being lazy. Every pen should be able to be posted. That's my opinion, whether you want to or not.
Nice size. That's a nice size.
It is beautiful.
I like that.
Yeah, it's 149, King of Pen sized, oversized piston filler, but with a steel nib, so it doesn't cost a mint.
Doesn't cost a mint, and the nib is available. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fine, medium, broad, and a 1.1.
That is correct. Yes, the shimmering.
That'd be really cool with a stub.
Threads. Yeah, it would be cool.
That would be cool.
And you could actually even put you could put an Anderson Pens 1.5 in there too, a slot in there if you wanted even wider. You could do, yeah.
That'd be
but
fun.
It's beautiful looking. I like the roller clip, details in the cap band.
So you're saying that nib unit unscrews from you?
It doesn't unscrew. This one pulls out.
Pulls out.
Yeah, these aren't threaded, but it will pull out if you want it
Friction
to
fit. Okay.
do that on the air.
You do that so nicely.
So, yeah.
Good thing it isn't
So
inked.
definitely, I definitely wouldn't recommend that in normal practice, just because it's
No,
not something
have
you should do. But
years of experience. I wouldn't.
I may
try
have done that
myself.
before.
Yeah. Anyway, they are now available. Something else that just became available. I think it just became available for pre-sales yesterday. Day before yesterday, because it was Tuesday. And
which is really today.
Which is really today, but you can't ship it until Friday, which is really the day after tomorrow. Something like that.
Or 3 days.
3 days from now. It's the TWSBI.
It is
TWSBI Echo Persian Green. We have talked about it. It has been talked about on APTV, but we haven't had it in our hands until
Here it is. Yeah.
And what do you think of the color?
It's a different color. It's really different color.
Because it's different, I like it.
Yeah. I like that they're trying different colors. And TWSBI's coming out with a lot of different things, and I like that they're doing things on the Eco platform because it makes it not prohibitively expensive.
Right, it's accessible.
It's accessible. If you don't like this one, there'll be another one.
Right. Or if you like three.
If you like
get
three,
them all.
you can get them all. But it's such a different color, and and short of having this particular shade of green maybe on another pen, like say in a Mach-E or something, I don't think anybody's used this color.
I don't even know what they're calling it, a Persian green. But if I had seen it before I knew what they called it, I wouldn't have said, "Oh, that's Persian."
I don't know what I would have called it. I mean, it's green, but it's not.
It's not green.
It's not green.
It's a mellow green.
Yeah.
It's a nice green.
Yeah, it's very, very calming.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a teal, but maybe some people would.
Yeah, it's not teal. It's not teal.
Ask Steph.
It's too green to be teal.
This is an TWSBI Eco.
Yes.
Not an Eco T.
Not an Eco T.
There's a difference.
There is a difference. It's very small.
Okay.
Two main differences. One, the cap and the piston knob on the Eco T are actually, instead of 6 sides, are 3.
Okay.
So that's one easy way to tell. And the section on the Eco T is just slightly more faceted, akin to, say, the LAMY Safari, but not quite to that degree.
Right.
So it's a tripod grip, essentially.
Grip.
Yeah.
This one is not at all.
No.
Yeah. And
although it does, if you look at it, they do have distinct little
they certainly do, don't they?
little sections, but it's more pronounced.
And these nibs are
Eco
not
T.
unscrewable.
No, they are not. Yeah, they're the barrel are all one piece on this, as opposed to say the 580 or the minis or any of those pens. While you can get a nib unit to swap out, it's 80% of the price
buy
of the
another
pen.
pen.
Yeah. I think for another $6 you could buy the whole pen.
If you had to choose between the Persian green and the saffron,
This one, Persian green.
and I would go saffron.
I'm not much of a yellow fan. I mean, I have some yellow pens in my collection, but 2 that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, this is a nice color.
This is a
but
lovely
if I had
color.
to choose,
Yeah.
if I couldn't have both, I would take the saffron.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they're doing good work.
Well, we have those 2.
Good work. Speaking of colors, the LAMY Safari Special Edition for 2023. This one that we don't have in our hands, but is already, pre-sales are going on now.
Yes.
They started yesterday. These you will be able to ship as of Saturday, and or
Another April 1st.
buy in the store, April 1st. LAMY Safari Special Edition 2023 will come in spring green, light rose, and aqua sky in fountain pen, rollerball, and ballpoint.
Yes.
And I think I've only seen the pictures, but they're beautiful.
They're happy.
They're very happy.
Pens. Very happy.
Springy, stunning colors. Spring green Safari is a beautiful shade of green that evokes feelings of nature and new beginnings. The light rose, which is calling my name, is a soft, delicate shade of pink that adds a touch of femininity and elegance to your writing. And the Aqua Sky Safari is a stunning shade of blue. I think this is your favorite.
Yes.
That reminds you of clear skies and serene oceans.
If I was going to Hawaii, I would take that pen.
That pen with that ink.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, with a broad nib. So
Well,
you could
they
read
have
what
to-
you were
have to
writing
be broad
in
nib,
your
yeah.
Maruman,
In your Maruman,
which I
yes.
just bought from you,
Yes,
didn't I?
yes.
One was not enough. I had I got the
There are more. We make more.
spicy coral pink,
Pink,
and
yep.
now the
Which one
happy
is that?
yellow. I don't know.
Is that-
I don't know what it's
It might even say in here. What does it say? Sunny yellow.
Sunny
Oh,
yellow.
there we
Sunny
go.
yellow. And not that I've used up the other one, but just having it on my
can't
desk
imagine.
makes you
Do you
smile.
like the smaller grid on that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's I don't know.
3 millimeters. 3. Yeah, 3 as opposed to 5, which is kind of a standard. Yeah.
Right. It's better for me. I don't know why. I can ignore. It's easier for me to ignore.
How do you use the grid? We're getting kind of off the topic here, but
I just write across.
okay, you just use it as a line.
Just
with
right
the-
across.
Yeah, okay.
And so if they're a little larger, then I try to stay inside the line.
Oh,
This one
okay.
I can ignore.
There's actually more distracting to have larger,
larger.
grid. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, interesting.
Whereas this one does give me a line. Anyway, mine. Leave me alone. And there's something I didn't know about these
Yes.
that you're going to tell us right now.
Yes. So
Back to the safaris, by
back
the way.
to the safaris. Yes, if you followed the way we've drifted. Like LAMY has done on many of the past couple of years on the new launches, LAMY is supplying free pen pouches while supplies last.
Single pen pouch.
Single pen pouches to match the color of the pen.
If you buy a fountain.
If you buy a fountain pen, we will throw that in free. You don't have to check anything. You don't have to do anything.
While supplies
While
last.
supplies last, and when we're out of them, we take it off the website. But there'll be a little note that says free pouch.
Yeah, so that I'm probably gonna have to get one, huh?
Yeah.
I don't even need one, but now I need one.
It's not about need.
Not about need. These are back in stock. We just
speaking
wanted
about
to say
not about need,
these are back in
This
stock.
is the nicest color.
This is the Kaweco Skyline Sport in Toyama Teal. And yes, for a Skyline Sport, this is the nicest color.
This is I think, in my opinion, the nicest color I've ever seen on a Kaweco Sport.
So you have one of these for your own
I
collection?
don't have one of these for. I actually only have one Kaweco, and it's an all sport, and it sits in the tester tray. So if you come here and try out a Kaweco,
This one could be yours.
it could be. It's lovely, but it looks great with the Skyline Sport, which is the silver trim, as opposed to the regular gold. But
These are the pens I like to be able to just throw in your backpack. You don't need a pen case, really.
yeah, no,
You don't need them,
and they're durable and.
which is why you don't need a pen case. Yeah. And so we're bringing this to your attention because they're back in stock.
They're back in stock.
They were gone. And
They
now
were
they're
gone.
back.
Yep.
Well, I should say they're back in stock as of this recording. Never know. Never know.
Why don't they play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs.
Brian,
Yes,
last week it was you and Steph.
It was last week.
Last week it was you and Steph, and you did a contest. But speaking of last week, you and Steph. Next week's gonna be you and Lisa.
Yes,
You're not actually here.
I'm
right now.
not here.
Today's Thursday,
I know.
and you are actually in Chicago.
I am in Chicago,
You're going to a music thingy,
otherwise known as an opera.
an
Yes.
opera.
Yes, we're going to the
and
lyric opera.
You're going to
Carmen,
dinner.
for those who are keeping track.
And then
Yes.
that's Thursday today, and
We're
then
going to dinner with some friends.
Friday, you and Lisa are coming back to Appleton.
We're packing it all
Packing
up
it
and
up
bringing
and
it back
coming.
home, and I'm anxious to get all the product that was in Chicago in here. So that'll be fun.
So next week it'll be you and Lisa doing the contest.
Yes,
But last week
yes.
it was you and Steph, and the question was name an ink you forgot you had. And now you recently told me that you didn't have an ink
Well,
that you forgot you had.
so I forgot that I was going to check, and I thought about it the other night, and I didn't check, and then I forgot to check.
And so you told me that you didn't have any.
I was going to tell you. I mean, I always tell people there are pen people and there are ink people, and not usually overlap, right? So there are people who have very few pens, but they buy lots of inks because ink is more affordable than buying a lot of pens. And I buy a lot of pens and only use like a very small selection of ink. So it'd be unheard of for me to have an ink I forgot I
but
had.
about 30 minutes after you told me you didn't have an ink you forgot about, you came to me with that bottle and said, look what I found on my desk.
I cleaned my desk yesterday. I started to clean my desk, and I forgot I had this. And it's a little sample vial that Exoclair sends out of the Girbon Shogun ink.
Shogun.
I actually haven't used it, so maybe I haven't used it yet, but I love the color.
So you
it's this lovely brown. I had a bottle of ink. I forgot that I had on my desk.
You're in the majority. It's no big surprise. 72% of respondents claim to have found at least one forgotten ink, where 28% of respondents claimed not to have found a forgotten ink, but many of those said, I only have one ink.
Okay, well,
So
wouldn't that be a surprise?
This is with the exception of Marilyn Gardner, whose ink collection rivals her infamous notebook collection with regard to size, but she has her inks cataloged. Wow. Cataloged. She has no forgotten inks.
Okay.
No forgotten inks.
Okay.
I did collect some interesting comments.
How about you?
I did find an ink.
Yeah? Which one was it?
It was an Urbane, but not the Shogun. It was the other one.
The other one.
The other one.
Wow.
The other one.
The other one.
New, unopened, sealed box. I don't know. And I only opened one drawer to find
that one.
Penny C.
All right.
I have just started collecting inks. I don't have enough to forget one at the moment, but it would be nice to have this problem in the future. Well, Penny, you're going to have this problem in the future.
You don't have to have like I say, I don't have a lot of inks. So, I mean, for me, I just have a messy.
And he has forgotten how many inks.
You know what? I will make a point next week to count how many different
Lisa will be here to keep you honest.
She's a different story.
She's a different story. Amy Brizzleton. This was such a great question. I started going through my ink collection and was actually surprised to find I owned a Robert Oster Cafe Crema. I don't even remember purchasing that bottle of ink. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I definitely need to go through my inks more regularly. Brian Marsh. Thanks for another great show. The ink I forgot I had, Diamine Asa Blue, whole bottle of it.
Nice.
How did that get in my cabinet full of 170 plus bottles of ink? I have no idea.
It snuck in.
Shrutani De Silva. Thanks for another amusing APTV. I have too many inks and forget most of them regularly. So to identify only one would be sacrilegious.
Well, you know.
Tom Morley, I wish I had an NOS Newell stock bottle of Parker Penman Sapphire that I forgot I had. Don't we all wish we had that?
I bet we might have one.
Three of those.
We might have a couple of those.
Tim Chi, digging deep into the ink drawer, I came across a forgotten bottle of Sailor Mano Haha. I laughed out loud.
Nice.
Liz Colton, I don't even care if that's true, Tim Chi. That's funny. Liz Colton, wow, going through my ink stash. Ha! I found 2 bottles I forgot I had, one of which had never even been opened. That's mine. I'm so glad you suggested you go through some old stuff. It was a nice surprise. We have a winner of this week's $20 gift certificate. Credit to your Anderson Pens account. The winner's name is Lose Lab, whose comment was, I don't have enough inks to forget what I have for now. So one day, Lose Lab, one day. Please write to me, Eric at AndersonPens.com, and I will take care of putting that $20 credit on your Anderson Pens account. I have additional comments.
Okay.
One I just threw in because it's the right thing to say.
Yes,
R says, phenomenal show, best pen podcast on YouTube. Wouldn't you agree?
Thank you. I would.
Thank you, R. Paul Herman hit us with another joke. He's been doing this lately. What?
He put a new battery in there. We don't have to talk so fast.
What does a dog and a cell phone have in common?
One, I have no idea. One catches treats, one treats.
Very close to one of your previous jokes.
Yeah.
They both have caller ID.
Oh, yeah.
And Brad Thornborough says, I'm sure someone has asked this before, but what are the notebooks you use for the pen photos? Inquiring minds need to know. And I am sure Brad means the photos that appear in this YouTube video. Before we start each week, Justin takes video actually, of what we're going to talk about, and he uses Clairefontaine notebooks that have the French ruling.
Yes.
Which is very interesting. I have not used it.
Yeah.
I believe it is to help you keep your slants at whatever angle you want them at. But they are available in several different sizes. They're all Clairefontaine, aren't they?
Yes, all Clairefontaine.
My favorites are the ones with the ring, so they will
spiral bound. Yep.
Spiral bound, so they'll. But they also come
cloth bound.
Bound. And in different sizes, there's a smaller one.
And they're not expensive.
Not very expensive.
Yeah.
There's
a thinner one.
There's a thinner one
that's super cheap. It's 48 pages.
So that's what they are. It's the French rule is what you're looking for, I believe, if that's what you were looking for. This week's contest, Steph and I were talking. I said, I need a question for for this week's contest, and she said, if you were a pen, what pen would you be? And I said, I'm going to use that.
What pen? What actual pen?
If you
or
were
what
a
type
pen,
of
what pen would you be?
pen would I be?
Pen. Well, you can say type. I mean, you'd be a fountain pen.
Well, of course it'd be a fountain pen. Yeah.
You can think about it.
I definitely would not
You can
be a
let us know
pencil.
next week.
Yeah.
Please let us know if you were a pen, what pen would you be in the comments below, and one lucky winner will be awarded at random a $20 credit to your Anderson Pens account. This is where we usually go to Coming Soon, but we have nothing for Coming Soon.
Nothing soon. Well,
However,
sort of.
We can't say what it is.
Can't say what it is.
We can say who.
We can say who.
But if we say who, they're going to know. They're going to think they know what it is. It's Esterbrook. Esterbrook is releasing something next week.
It could be anything, though.
It could be
Esterbrook sells a
anything.
lot of things.
Could be anything.
They sell pens.
It's
they
probably
sell
not what you think it is.
pouches. They
But
sell
it is something new from
to-go
Esterbrook.
cups. They sell all
That's
sorts
true.
of
It could
things.
be anything. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It could be something
Nibs.
completely new.
It could be a nib.
It's something I haven't seen before.
No, I definitely haven't seen it. No, it looks nice though. I really like it. It looks nice.
You've seen it?
Let's see the picture.
In the pictures.
Yeah,
yes.
no,
in the
it's-
pictures. I like the pictures.
Yeah.
I like the pictures.
I think
but
it's very
the 4th, so next Tuesday.
it's very
Next
nice.
Tuesday.
It's springy.
So
Can I say it's springy?
it is springy.
It's springy.
It's springy. It'll be in the next mailer on Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Okay, good.
That's how we will announce it. But for now, why don't we go there?
It's shorter this week.
It is shorter this week.
Thanks for joining us. Tune in next time for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
Where do I go?
You go.
Oh, you can
Next one.
check us
Yeah.
out on social media as Anderson Pens. Like this video and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, The Pen in Brian's Pocket.
Yeah, the pen in my pocket. Now I can't remember the exact model, but I may have had this before. It's just one of my favorites, the Estie DuPont.
Yes.
This is the line D
This is the one
medium.
I like writing with.
This is the medium size. I almost prefer the medium over the large. It's got a thinner section. It does not have that rib section like the large does, which I do like a lot.
like the ribs.
I like the ribs, but it's a little bit thinner section. And this one has that kind of sparkly.
It does have sparkles.
Sparkly barrel. It's just a subtle little pop of
classy
excitement
pen.
with, I forget the model of it, but it's got the nice faceted
Beautiful
cap.
cap. But the nib is fun to write with.
The nib is
That's
great.
a fun
And
nib.
it's really,
That's a fun
really
nib.
great. And then, of course, it has the DuPont.
Lisa will like that. You use another ST DuPont next week with Lisa.
I'll have to buy it. It's the only DuPont I own. No, it's not true.
I can hook you
I have
up.
two.
I can hook you up.
One's a ballpoint, though.
We'll go look right after this. I words of wisdom. Oh, not really wisdom, but something that made me laugh. So I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Every triangle is a love triangle if you love triangles. Bye.